Hi everyone, thank you for tuning in. Today I'm going to make a card for my work colleague. She is expecting a little girl any day now. What I should have done, been a bit more prepared, is showed you what the card was going to look like before I started. But I just wasn't that organised, so just going to go with the flow. So my first sheet of paper, I scored 8 by 8. This is going to be the base of my card. Here I'm just trimming up on the score lines. So you can see I have pre-cut some of my dies out using with my Cricut machine, just to save me a bit of time. And I've already written congratulations on there again to save me just a little bit of time. So my next score is going to be 4 inches. Then I'm going to turn the sheet round and over, so I've got a score line on a different part of the card, and again that's going to be 4 inches as well. So I'm just going to fold it over and just going to fold out my creases, make sure they are smooth on both sides. And now the next thing I'm going to do is do a triangle. So from one corner to the bottom corner I'm going to score so they just both join up. And these are going to be our triangle folds. If I haven't said at the beginning, I'm pretty sure I didn't, I'm making a double triangle diamond folded card. So again, just going to smooth out my creases. There we go. Now the bottom part, we're just going to literally cut up to the middle. Again, just smooth over our creases to make sure they fold really well. And then the top overlaps the bottom, so that's your base of your triangle double folded diamond card. Now we just need to sort of start bringing all our elements together. So that square is 4 by 4. I'm not particularly brilliant at measurements, so what I done was so I scored my card at 4 by 4, as you can see. So I've done 2 squares, and once I cut them up, I then cut them again in half, so I've got my triangles. I had to learn the hard way with this because I was sort of just doing it by eye, and then one day it just came to me to just say, well, why don't you just do a square? So this is a lot easier for me. I'm just making sure it fits. And this is where I just changed my mind, actually, just cut it. Just as long as you just line it up from the corner to the corner, it should be, yeah, it was absolutely fine. So I do that with the both squares. Excuse me. Okay, and then I sort of had a bit of a brainwave and thought, oh, it's two colours the same, so let me just change the colours. So again, 4x4. Again, just as long as they're sort of lined up from the top and the bottom, be absolutely fine. Okay, so the next element I'm going to add to the card is the base for my square. And on this card it says baby. So it's a lovely nice piece of heavy cardstock. Got this card, I think it was from Lime Crafts. I got it years ago. And it's just so lovely card to work with. Just making sure that it's all measured up okay. I think I cut that previous one just a little bit too short. So I'm much happier with that one. And what I forget to mention is on the other side, which I did forget to add, but I added it again later. So just some plain white card, so you can just put your message on that. Now I'm just going to cut out my circular shapes for the easel. And it's just trying to find a scrap bit of paper actually that's going to fit. For some reason I didn't put the right plate in, so I had to cut it again. So I'm just dithering as to what cardstock I can use, because the next bit has to actually fold over. So this just takes me a little while to actually think, to go and check my scraps of cardstock. So again, with this one you need to just fold it over. And just let the top just overlap just slightly, because that will be where it actually cuts. And stays as a piece. Yeah. And again with this one, this is what you call like a stitch design die. So I've rolled that through, and obviously I've got like a big gap at the bottom, so I just pulled it up just to where I wanted it, and then run it through my machine again. so then it would have that stitch mark running all the way round. Got to work on my close-ups, I think. Still not video pro yet. So now it's really just all about bringing this card together now. So with our easel, we need to fold half of it, top half, over. Just smooth out your creases. So that's the easel card. That's the bit that's going to hold everything up. I tend to like to use glue because it is a little bit movable rather than the double-sided tape, because once it's down, it's down, but with the glue you can manipulate it a bit. So I'm just sticking in triangles now. I love making this card. It is quite easy once you've sort of got your head round all the measurements, and it's such an unusual card as well to make. It's not a card that you see every day. So those little bits that just overlap, you'll see that I just trim those off later. I probably could have just pushed them a little bit more together, but I was quite happy with it actually. So I did start trimming using my trimmer, and then I think I just, oh no, actually I think I'll just use my scissors. It was a really fine line. Okay, so now it's working on the fronted easel part now. So I just glued the half that I folded up, obviously because these have got a shape, so just make sure they're sort of lined up, otherwise it might just look a bit odd. And then my message, I've used foam tape and I've sort of doubled up so it sort of comes up off the card, of that base, so it just, the easel will sit nicely behind it. And now for the feet, I've just used foam pads for these. Obviously just double checking, making sure I've got the left and the right way round. And then when you fold it down, it should all fold down as one with the card. Now I've just used some double-sided tape just to stick the base down. I ummed and ahed with this a little bit because it just didn't look very straight. When I closed it, I think I put it too close to the back because the toes were hitting the back of the card. So luckily for me, the base card that I use is such good stock that it didn't fully stick. As you can see, I'm not happy with it again because I don't think that it's very, I centered it round properly. But that's what card making does, is just, you know, trial and error, keep going until you're happy with it. Next, just to bling up the card a little bit more, I've used some washi tape just around the top where the pink checkered is, along the top and just down the side. Sorry, my head getting in the way of the video. So I'm yet to make a blue one of these for a boy. I haven't done a blue one yet. And I'm just doing the other side exactly the same. In total, this card probably took me about 40 minutes. Obviously, I've speeded it up for you guys because otherwise it's just a bit long-winded. So like I said before, where it's pink, if you put some white card, another square white card on that, that's where you can write your message. So when you fold it all up, ta-da, it's easy as that. It's such a pretty unusual card. So the next thing I wanted to do was just add some sequins and a bow, just to finish it off. Just those little finishing touches. I think maybe next time, I'm my own worst critic, I will try and bring the camera a bit closer so you can get to see the finished product. And there we go, just adding the bow. Thank you very much for watching. Sorry this is a bit longer than normal, but thanks for watching it, and I hope to make another video soon with better camera skills. Thank you.